That concrete structure above me there is the A40 Westway, which I'm standing immediately below. Right here is Westbourne Park bus garage, but I'm here to have a look at this structure, this building over here, Westbourne Park Tube Station, as we do another in the series that is Only Unconnect. Westbourne Park is in Zone 2 in West London on the Hammersmith City line, and also the Circle, but more on that in a moment. And it's definitely one of those stations that you've probably passed through several times, but not given a thought to getting out to see what's there. It's currently painted, as are several other stations along this section of the line, in these gorgeous cream and brown colours, which is an early GWR colour scheme, with some nice design touches too. And an area beyond the end of the curved platforms at the south, I think may just be the only place on the underground where you'll see a warning sign for Japanese knotweed. It's a gloriously sunny day, loving it. The platforms here, you can see now from this vantage point, are very much curved as the train comes up from Hammersmith and curves to join the GWR mainline there, heading down into Paddington. But what you may not know is that Westbourne Park is in the top 10, actually it's top 9, of shortest platforms of all tube stations. Yes, there's an official list of length of tube platforms, and Westbourne Park features in this shortest list, with both its platforms being 94.5 metres in length. Stand on the end of the northern end of the platforms, and it's a good place to watch mainline trains come in and out of Paddington, as well as watching the tube trains dip down into and emerge up from the dive under that goes under those main lines. Westbourne Park is also the nearest station that you'll want to use for the Notting Hill Carnival that takes place on the last week in August. The station gets really crowded during this time, and that's why on the southbound platform there are 4 sets of gates that only get used during the carnival to help with passenger flow. And if you nip outside and round the side into Tavistock Crescent, you can see here that there's this secret exit-only point from the station that gets used just once a year. And whilst you're here, keep on walking down Tavistock Road, take a right, and you'll find a footbridge which goes over the railway. And if you peer over from here, you just about get a sneaky view of the platforms at Westbourne Park. Back inside the station, and it's time for me to take you back in time. Wait, check script, 38 years? Oh my goodness, to 1986. Now, one of 2 great facts about Westbourne Park is that this is the location which they used for the Boris Gardner hit #1 for 3 weeks in 1986, I Want to Wake Up With You. So if you want to see some old action of old Metropolitan Line, yes, Metropolitan Line C-stock trains, then watch this video. Obviously I can't play the music here, but if you want to enjoy the dulcet tones of Boris Gardner, then do check out the link below. Note though that this is the Metropolitan Line and it's using C-stock trains. That's right, because the Hammersmith City didn't come along until 1990. Before then, this line was very much purple on the tube map and part of the Metropolitan. And I'm standing, I believe, in the spot where Boris Gardner was standing in the video right here by this set of curved pillars. And if that isn't a brilliant fact about Westbourne Park, which doesn't impress you, then how about this one? It used to have some old British rail platforms which are abandoned over there. Yes, it's hard to find any photos or evidence of this online, but to the north of the tube lines and the platforms where the GWR mainline runs, there used to be another part of Westbourne Park Station where British Rail trains used to stop, an island platform. And that's why the building on the outside is as wide as it is. The left-hand side was the entrance to the tube station, and the right-hand side was the entrance to what would now be the National Rail Station. And there's one point inside the tube bit which is a massive clue. And just to the side of the gate line, which is over there, look at this corridor here which goes down there to that shutter door there. I'm fairly sure that this corridor used to extend across and be the footbridge where there were steps down to the Westbourne Park GWR platforms. If you do come to Westbourne Park, note that it's a really good station to give you access if you fancy going for a canal walk along the Grand Union. You can get an arty reflective shot of the iconic Trellick Tower whilst you're at it, although my favourite point has always been here, where the Westway curves like Westbourne Park Station itself, but partially just over this part of the canal towpath. I just really like it. Right then, back to the station, time to head home. And that is the rather splendid Westbourne Park Station, an overlooked station, I think, on the Hammersmith City line. Come and visit if you've never been, and just have a look around and the local area too. That's it. There's a whole playlist coming up with all the episodes, videos in this series, Only Unconnect, loads of other travel and transport videos on the channel as well. Press subscribe. See you next time. Thanks for watching.